Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the 11th day of Christmas. We're here with another fabulous deal, but a new product, which is very exciting for this time of year. Don't worry, I'm not on my own today. I'm with the fabulous Natalie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh my word. How much excitement.
I don't know.
You took me off guard.
I know, it was quite exciting for me. I think I was looking through something. I didn't expect you to come this quickly, so I was like, oh, hi, hello.
How are you? Are you organised
okay
for Christmas?
I'm never organised for Christmas, you know this.
Yes,
the trees up in the house is decorated.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the only thing that's organised in our Christmas lives.
I feel in a very good mood today because I've had a week off, as you know.
Have.
And I like to just remind everybody
Yeah.
before my week off to tell everyone that I'm going to have a week off.
She's got a week off.
Got a week off, you know, and then when I'm back, I'm like, I'm so rested.
I've had a week off.
I've had a week off, did you know?
Did you know?
Yeah, so it's been really nice, but we're back now with the run up to Christmas. So let's carry on with the show. Shall we run this week's Win It Weekly?
Do it.
So this week we have got 5 lucky winners, and you can be in the chance for winning our Rose Quartz Shimmering Silk Topper Collection. Oh, I didn't even know we had any of these left. I feel like, Lisa, have you been hunting around?
Yeah.
Is this a you prize?
Certainly.
Oh, very nice. So it's worth £19.99, and we're going to give 5 away on Friday, so tune into our show for the lucky winners. But all you have to do is like, share and comment your answer to the following question. In what year did the custom of sending Christmas cards begin? Is it A, 1839, is it B, 1843, or is it C, 1851?
I think I know this one.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it might be B, but I say I think I know it. It's, well, they're all very close
They're
together.
all
It's
very
definitely
close.
one of them. It's definitely one of them.
It's a very long time ago.
A very, very long time
Did they
ago.
have postmen?
Maybe they.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us know what you think, and we will announce the winners on Friday. So we have got a brand new, very, very exciting product to show you. But let's have a look at the VT so we can see some fabulous cards made by the team. How nice are those cards?
There's some really fun cards, aren't they? I think one thing about this collection is how vibrant and fun it really is.
Oh, so nice. Lisa, can we just head to the pack shot a second just to see?
Ooh.
Look at this. Doesn't it look like psychedelic?
It is actually a little bit funny on your brain, isn't it?
It is. So there is 45 sheets, so I'm going to show you just a few of the designs. Well, there's 9 designs in the pack, so it's £19.99, but unlike our Mirri card specials, this is a Mirri mega buy, so there is 45 amazing sheets in here. Look at this.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Oh, think of all the things you can do with these fancy flowers. They would just work for tons. Yeah, 80s, 70s.
Yeah.
This one almost looks like quite glittery.
I love this
Very
one.
well. And of course with Mirri, it's like different in any sort of light, so I'm trying to get as best as possible.
This one's super fun as well.
This for me would be like, it's like quite galaxy.
Yes.
So I would do like a little boy's birthday card,
Mm-hmm.
or even it could be like confetti, it could be a celebration card.
It's just
Happy
so
New Year.
fun, isn't it?
Really fun. Look at those pretty feathers.
I love that.
So you're going to get 5 of each of the 9 designs in the pack. It's the Mirri, it's 220 GSM.
Yes. Because you've got that fantastic coating on your Mirri, it always makes it feel a lot stronger, so you can still use this perfectly for constructing if you want to. I love this. There's just so much texture in it. It's literally like a photograph in some instances.
Yeah, and I think because it's like all quite dark as well at the background, it's different to anything we've done before with the Mirri.
It's so bright, it's so fun, it's fantastic to make cards with. You're honestly going to have the best time with this one.
And those clouds.
Very, very cool, aren't they?
So nice. And here, look at this, like a colour explosion. Absolutely love it. We did have some fun coming up with a name for this collection because we all see it slightly differently.
We do.
But I think it's right. It is a party. It reminds me.
It is a party.
Definitely.
It is a party.
So here's some cards made by the team. So you can just see what everyone else has done with them. So just using your dies, even cutting into the same design, layering it up, it just looks so pretty. And I think that good luck, is that from one of our...
That is from our Essential Stamp collection, which we have recently restocked because we're using them in a project that we have coming up.
Oh, interesting. Good to know a little bit of inside knowledge from Natalie there. And there we go. Somebody has just fussy cutted the flower there.
I think a lot of the team felt the need to do this with the flower designs. It just makes such a gorgeous finish to the card.
And then you can just bend the petals like that, and it just gives it a little bit of definition. This one, who's done this? Barbara. So she must have the lovely balloon die set from last week, and then just using those colours behind. Now, I absolutely love this one.
It's very cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is where you need to get your sticky mix sheets, and then you can cut down all of the fantastic designs and paper piece them back into one another. Collections like this work fantastic with our combos.
Oh yeah.
They're an absolute match.
And then if you are slightly overwhelmed by using the full sheet of Mirri, just look what you can do, just tiny little snippets of the patterns and just put like that. It just looks like a lovely,
it looks
really nice,
fun.
Yeah, clean, modern card, it reminds me. On your special day here with the balloons, another fun one. Just, you know, making some geometric shapes there with the background. Looks beautiful.
This is very cool. I like how you've just got the snapshots of each design in there.
Yeah.
It works really, really nicely.
A few gems just to finish it off. And then look at this. I would never think to do this.
It looks awesome, doesn't it?
It really does.
Putting a different colour of Mirri behind there as well just lifts that design so, so beautifully. This is super cool as well. Matting and layering all of the different fun patterns together.
Yep, and
There's
with
just loads you could do with it.
With our cardstock that we launched last week.
I think we've got a sneaky little
Have we got a sneak peek?
A sneak peek on that one as well.
Which, can we see it again? Oh, so we do.
We do.
I'll just hold it there for a little longer if anyone can guess what's coming up. And here we go, another one.
This is cool.
That's really nice. Using the banner punches there, I'm guessing. Oh, Barbara's just gone to town.
She has, hasn't she?
Yeah.
There's so many fantastic background dies that we have in our collection that you are going to be able to bring out for these that just work so perfectly. Love this one.
Really
it's such
pretty.
a fantastic way of breaking up that Mirri.
Yeah. So £19.99, but you can log in and save a little more. For those of you who bought our goodie boxes, don't forget you can use that special discount code in December. So any of the new launches last week or anything that you've seen this week, add it to your basket and don't forget to use that code. But can we come to you for the first demo of the day?
Let's do it. So I am going to mix up some of my Mirris here. I'm going to go with this one because I think it's a perfect sort of background shade. And I'm also going to use, I think, this one. And we're going to do some die cutting with this. So the card I'm going to do is going to be a DL card. So I'm going to cut this down to 4x8. And then sometimes when you've got a pattern like this, it is nice to break it up with just sort of like a plain colour. So I'm going to bring in some of my black adorable scoreable for this, and we're going to layer this on. Now, I really want to use as much as possible with this design. Maybe we should do it with silver. Let's have a look at how it looks with our silver, because we have got a lot of silver sort of showing through on this one. I think the decisions. This is the problem with Mirri, especially Mirri like this. You think, oh, I'll just add a little something to it, but then you cover up the whole gorgeous design. Let's do a little strip. So if I take it to 2.5 on here and just add a strip across there. You can of course use your black Mirri as well if you have that in your stash. That will help to bring everything together. Parchment would work really nicely to break it up. Let's see if we've got monochromatic parchment. We should have a little sheet of black in here, because then you're going to be able to see some of the design coming through as well. Let's do it with parchment. So I'm going to cut it again to 2.5, and then this will fit on the edge there, so you're going to be able to see that design, but we've got a little bit of that design coming through as well. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll place it so I have a little edge there. And if we get our banner punches at 2.5, that should fit through our largest piece on here. So let's just squeeze that all the way into the back there. Oh, has it cut? Yes, it has. Let's just pull that out. There we go. And I'll bring in my scissors just to trim that off a little bit. So just remove that from there. Sometimes with your punches, it can be quite troublesome when you're cutting really thin fabrics. It's the maddest thing in the world, but if it's quite thin, it tends to not cut as well as something that is a really sort of thick design like this. So let's start off with this, and then I'm going to bring in my mini shape builders. We're going to use the circle ones because we're going to mimic some of these circles on here. So let's bring out some of these elements. I'm going to go with all 4 of them, I think, and then I'm going to switch out my Mirri. I'm going to use this bit here because it's kind of like a bit of an explosion. You've got lots of different fun colours going on throughout this one, so you can cut this however you like to get as many different sort of shades or tones of colour. I'm going to just trim this sort of, let's just pop it here, and then I will use my tape to pop my dies in place, and I'm going to pop them on quite a few of these gorgeous images where you've got like a mixture of colour. So we'll go for this sort of like darker purple here, moving into that green area. So the placement is quite important because we want to have different shades and tones going into our card when we're doing this. And obviously you can trim this down if it's not going to fit through your plates, because I do intend to use our smaller mini today. So let's just trim this down now. We can obviously use some of those other elements up, but hopefully we can get this through our small mini machine. So let's go in on here. I'm going to I'll pop these through first, and then we'll switch it and we'll run our other ones through. So just cutting these on our mini machine. And this is what I love about these size, the size of these dies is that you can literally use them with so many of your different shapes. So I'm going to pop this one back through, and I'm going to use this sort of second largest die, and I'm going to take some of this sort of bluey green from up here as well. So just popping out all of those different designs. We'll run that through, and then I think we need a sentiment. Oh,
that didn't sound
it was okay.
Is it
I
okay?
think the casing just popped off from the edge of the machine. We'll stick it back in. So let's take all of these out. We should have about 5 of them. When you're doing things like this, odd numbers are always best. Not sure why. It's a crazy rule, but the rule of 3 or 5 is always better than even numbers. So I've got all of my pieces now. I've got my parchment, and then we need a sentiment. So let's have a look at what we can go in with. I'm thinking, let's see how our new on the edge dies are going to look with this. I'm sure they're in here because I was looking at them before.
A lot of people in the comments this morning seem to have lurgy.
Oh, well, we've had it. I had it all last week. You were very lucky you missed it.
Everybody, no, in the office it's just gone round, isn't it? We've all been
poorly.
Yep.
I managed to withstand it for quite a while, but yeah, it got me last week. It really got me. I can't find these dies now. Let's see. What's this one? This one looks quite fun. I'm not sure. We've got some fantastic ones in here.
Is this your personal die stash?
It's actually Anne Marie's because hers are really organised and mine aren't.
Oh no, she's like loose.
She's not here, so she doesn't know.
She doesn't have a choice.
She doesn't know.
Oh no.
Let me see it.
So next
I
year,
brought those ones in.
if anyone sees Anne Marie on a show next year, she's like,
She can't find anything.
I wonder where this die's gone.
I wonder where that is.
We're like, oh, we don't know.
I'm going to go with a happy. Happy's going to work really well on here. So let's start to put this together now. We need to cut out our die, and I'm actually going to cut that out from 2 of my colours. So we're going to go in with the black, and I'm going to go in my silver so I can do like a drop shadow. They're always the best way to do it. And again, you can use your MIDI for this. So just pop in this in here. Oops. We'll get there.
What does it say? Sorry, I missed
It says
that.
happy. I'm going to go for a happy birthday with this one. Like you say, this design is really, really fun. If you have any like spaceman stamps, it's going to work really nicely as like backgrounds for your cards. If you are doing cards for like, I think a birthday or invites as well. It also reminds me of bowling. I'm not sure why. I think it's the pattern. It's kind of like a mad bowling carpet pattern, isn't it? That you would see. So it's giving me bowling vibes. Do you not?
No,
I think it's quite fun.
I think it's because I'm not very good.
You just don't like it?
So I don't like it.
Well, so my happy is cut out. Let's pop this together. I'm going to go in with my tape for my parchment. Now I'm going to start by just sticking this down on the reverse here. So I'm just going to place that where I want it to go. Come on. And we'll fold that over just so it sits really nicely on there. And then I'm going to bring in my dies. So let's, my dies, I'm going to bring in my foam pads. So we want our smaller squares for this. They're going to fit really, really nicely on all of our circles. And I am just going to place these on here, on top, and just sort of like fitting over some of this design here. You'll be able to sort of mat and layer some of them. Let's see where this is going to go. I think over here. You can see kind of how this card's going to come together now we've placed that on there. I'm going to pop that across there, and then this little one, will it fit with this tiny piece? I'll double it up so we've got dimension with our other circles as well. So let's pop that on there.
Oh, this looks so nice.
And then these ones again will go in with a couple more foam pads on some of these designs. So I'm going to go, I think, up here with this other one like that, and then down here with that one. So it kind of frames your happy that we've got going on there. And once you've done that, then you can flip this over, and to give this parchment a bit more dimension, I'm going to go back in over where my circles are, and we will lift up this little panel with foam pads. And it's such a great way of hiding your workings. The parchment's quite dark, but because we're using white foam pads, you would have easily been able to see where we were going to place those. So then just pop this down, making sure that that's nice and straight with your design. There you go. And you've got that little bit of height lifted on there. We'll go in with our sentiment. So I really like the silver then, just on its own, but I was thinking of doing a little drop shadow. Let's see how this looks, because I was going to do it this way round, but then the silver looks really good because it stands out quite a lot more.
Yeah, I like the silver.
I'll do it that way round. So let's go in with our craft glue for this. Absolute essential. So I'm going to just pop this on the back of my die.
Do you know I don't have any purple glue sticks at home, and I so needed one this week.
I bet you did.
I was doing
Christmas crafting?
No, I was doing a sister-in-law's 40th birthday decorations.
Okay.
And I had a very silly moment with finger lift tape. Berry must have been sat there trying to peel tape that wasn't double-sided, I'd say for 20 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh.
That wasn't double-sided? All tape's double-sided?
Oh, I don't know what I had then.
Finger lift tape?
No, it was a thin roll, but it wasn't double-sided.
It wasn't double-sided? But were you sticking it to something?
Yeah.
Was it already stuck and then you were taking something off? Because it would have been double-sided then.
No, so it's just a roll that I had upstairs.
Oh, okay. So you don't even know where it's come from.
Where it's come from, but I just presumed it was our double-sided tape.
Oh, Kelly.
Oh, it was really annoying. I needed all the craft bits.
All the essentials.
All the essentials, and I didn't have anything.
It does get to a point at home where you're crafting and you think, oh my goodness, I really need that. And you're like, well, I don't have it because it's at the office.
Yeah, well, I just presume that I always have the essentials.
Yeah. I think I'm down to like my last 3 sheets of foam pads, and they're all very small foam pads that I have at home. It is quite hilarious when I need them. So let me just move this foam pad in because we can see that a little bit. That should, there we go. I'm going to put happy on here, and then the birthday, which we have on this section, I'm going to take my, I don't have it. This is very sad news.
What do you need?
I was going to stamp it.
Oh, a little plaque.
A little plaque, but I don't have one, so let's just leave it with happy on. There's no, it can be happy anything then, can't it?
Yeah.
I think I would have maybe stamped it in silver powder if I had some with me. But we will keep it like that, and then you can change it up for any occasion. It could be a birthday, it could be you want to say be happy, it could be maybe someone celebrating a new job,
happy new home,
new home, anything you could add to this one. So let's just peel this off, and we're going to go straight onto our 4x8 10-fold card. For the people in the comments that are going to say, have you sorted the 10-fold cards out? We have. So hold your horses, because they are coming.
They are.
We shouted at Dan quite a lot.
Are you being
and
the
he's made it
Dan
happy.
Newhouse with all the secrets today?
Look at this. I am being the Dan Newhouse with all the secrets.
Oh, very
Sharing
nice.
all the secrets. It gives you very space theme as well. So anyone who, any kids who are into sort of like space, it's a great card for a birthday.
It definitely seems spacey to me, galaxy sort of.
It's very cool, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I love that. So if you get our emails, you may have seen over the weekend, we've added some adhesive deals to our 12 days of Christmas. So first up, let's take a look at our hot glue gun. So you can grab this for £6.99. It's usually £9.99. So again, like we were just talking about, it's good to have all the essentials at home for when you need them. So another perfect tool here. Of course, we didn't leave the glue sticks behind. We've got these here, and you can grab them for £4.95, and that includes 60 glue sticks, which is amazing and so handy for doing any sort of Christmas decorations, the glue gun. Really, really handy. I was thinking about this the other day. I made some little paper Christmas trees a couple of years ago. Yeah. And every single year I get them out because it's like a little block of wood with a little tiny twig or like branch, and then the paper tree that I've made. It always gets damaged in storage, so I always have to then re-stick it down, and I needed to do it the other day and I haven't done it. Not that we promote our glue gun for other things but crafting, but my friend sticks her lights on the outside of her house with the hot glue gun. Oh, that's so clever, because you can just peel it off. She peels it off. Do you know what? You would have laughed. I can't remember when it was, last weekend, and Dan was adamant that we had to get the Christmas tree up. It was the Sunday. He wanted the Christmas tree up, he wanted the lights up, and we had a spare set of outdoor lights, and we have them across the bottom half of like our house, but then it also mirrors at the top. So I hung out of the bedroom window. Oh gosh. We have a bedroom, we have like a side bedroom window that opens this way with a staple gun. No. Like one hand
But Dan didn't really help, he just supervised. One hand holding the lights, the other one hand holding the, and there's people walking past. It was when it was snowing, so there wasn't many cars out, but loads of people were walking. And they were just looking at me like, what is she doing hanging outside of a house?
Oh, yeah.
But it looks good, so it was worth it.
Of course.
But a glue gun would have been a lot more easier.
Next up, I've got some really, really sad news.
Oh no.
Really sad news. We have got 10 left.
No, we don't.
10.
That can't be right because we have it. I've got it on a show next week.
10 bundles.
10 bundles.
Managed to make one.
Yeah.
No.
So if you need,
You need to get it now then.
yeah,
Don't
I
miss
think
out.
we're getting a delivery of it after Christmas. But if you need some now, we've got 10 bundles left. So it is RRP $17.97, but you can grab it for £9.99, and there is only 10 in the building. And that was 5 minutes ago, so that may have gone.
Oh my
But a
goodness.
few may have gone, not all of them, hopefully. Next up is our glue sticks. It's our purple one, which Natalie just used a second ago. So £5.94 for 12 glue sticks. Amazing. This is so handy, and it dries clear, but it's purple, so it's fantastic. We use that all the time.
All the time. Absolute essential.
And then this is what you need.
I do.
Foam pads. There's a few bundles on the website to choose from. They're all £8, all half price, so these should be £16. We've got our midnight ones, we've got all the different, the strips, the mixed ones, the circle ones are all here for £8 each. So grab them while you're getting your essential shop. And then next up is our finger lift tape. So I think I've got this right. This is our double-sided one, so £8.75, contains 10 rolls here. Really handy. There's 33 metres in each. Perfect width there for all sorts of card making projects, box making, matting and laying. Definitely an essential to have. And that's £8.75. And then the very last one here is a bundle of our, oh, it's just the different sizes, isn't it? 3 of each side, so we've got 3mm, 6mm and 9mm, so it should be £8.70, but it's £4.35. So that's all our adhesives. If you're doing any sort of shopping and you just think, you know, I need to add them to my basket, you may as well get them while they're on our 12 days of Christmas offer. And before we go back to Natalie though, let's just recap our Win It Weekly question. So all you have to do this week to get our Rose Quartz Dreams Topper collection is answer this question. In what year did the custom of sending Christmas cards begin? Is it A, 1839, is it B, 1843, or is it C, 1851? I've seen a few answers come through already for, I want to say B, but I have absolutely no idea. But let us know your answers and we'll announce the lucky winners on Friday.
It's a bit of a crazy one, isn't it?
It is. So
Just
what's your plan now for the second demo
So
of the
in
day?
the second demo, we're going to use one of our shaped card blanks because we've got those coming up.
We have indeed.
And I'm going to use this one. It's really cool because you can use it in both ways. So it fits, it comes to you like this, and then you just fold the score lines over, and then this little bit here like swings into this little panel. So you can use it this way round, or you can use it this way round as well. It's really, really cool. We're going to use it this way round, and I'm going to bring in the incredible clouds for this one. And I've got some blue Mirri, which I think works really nicely to pick out some of the different colours in here. So
Oh,
we're
that
going
looks
to use
really
that.
nice with blue.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think you could pick any colour of Mirri to go with this, really. So I'm just going to measure this. So this is 3.5, and that is by 5. So if I cut myself a little panel that is 3.5 by 5, that can fit on the bottom. And I know that my panel in here is just a little bit longer. So if I pop that on there, I think that's about, let's just see how much bigger this is. That's about 1.5 inches bigger. So what did we do there? 3.5 is right in the size.
You will like this comment, Natalie. I think this is just following you talking about hanging out the window and doing your decorations yourself. So I can't see the thread. I think Donna has put, sounds like most men standing back to supervise.
Yeah.
And then if you want a job doing right, probably best to do it yourself.
Always.
Always.
Always. It's true. You should always do it yourself. So I'm going to cut this one just slightly over 5.5. And I think this will give me a nice white edge, which is absolutely fine because we are going to bring in some of our trimmy insert pads to use as a decoration on this card. So we've got that. So there are 2 panels ready to go. Then I'm going to bring this one in, and I want to cut this way round to do this panel. So I'm going to go to 5. So we've got all of the gorgeous designs coming in, and then I'm going to do I think it's 5 by 7 when you fold this out. Yeah, so we're going to cut that to the 7, and then I'm going to cut this bit here so that it fits my panel. So I just want to go in at 4 3/4. I think I'm just going to go to the top of this red line because I'm going to do some fussy cutting. So we'll see how that comes together. Then what we are going to do is we are going to place this straight onto our card here, but doing that means that you're not going to get that gorgeous shape that you've got on here. So a really easy way of doing that is measure how thick your design is, which is 3/4 of an inch all the way around. And then the beauty of our incredible trimmer is that you can recreate that. So I'm going to go up to 3/4 on here. Just need to be able to see that with all the crazy mirri. And then we are going to go do exactly the same. So we're going to go down to 6 3/4. And then I'm going to switch that around, line it up to 3/4 mark, go all the way around again to your 4 1/4. And then one more time, line it up to that 3/4 inch mark. We're going to just bring that all the way up to 6 1/4, and then you can bring in your score tool, and I'm just going to line it up to 3/4, and because I'm being really lazy, I'm just going to score between those 2 edges so it matches the design that we are going to stick on. And then once we've popped this on here now and we stick this together, this should fit really nicely on here. So let me grab, do you know what I'm going to do for absolute ease? Let's just cut this bit out. I was trying to be extra tricksy, but I think it's just going to cause me a headache.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make it easier than it needs to be. So let's trim that bit out. That frame will fit on here perfectly. And then we can add our panel to this piece. So which way are we making this card now? Let's go that way. This bit's going to come forwards. That's going to have our panel on. And then we are also going to bring in this to sit underneath it. So let's get to sticking, shall we? I'm going to bring in my tape because your tape is going to be the easiest thing. You might want a little bit of wiggle room, but I always find when using mirri, your tape is the best option. I'm not sure why, but there's nothing worse than getting glue on your mirri, and I think that's why I always stick to tape, because you do not want to ruin this beautiful mirri card. So I'm going to line this up on here. You want to make sure that you can still see the edge of that line. So that's our first sort of panel done, and then this will pop through here now, like so. Might just want to give that an extra lift because it might be just a little bit tucked under there, but once you've got that, you can score that back down so that panel opens nicely around there. And then a quick tip, just go around the edges of that mirri just to make sure that you're not going to damage it, and then you've got your first bit covered. The second bit is going to be this front panel here. So I've got my 5 by 3.5 inch mirri which fits the whole way around, so we're going to stick that on, and then I've got my 2 designs here. So this one is going to sit on top of here, but of course I want to see some of that blue coming through, so I am just going to pop a little let's go for 1/4 inch off the side there. So this is going to fit on first. And you might be thinking, why? This isn't going to be long enough. It's not going to be long enough, but we're going to do something a little bit tricksy to hide that. So I'm going to pop this on here first of all, and that's going to go on the top of my panel. And then I'm going to stick this onto my panel. You want to be really careful to make sure you've got enough tape on this bit, because you are going to have to cut into this design to be able to create your aperture that your front of your card will sit onto. So we'll line this up. This is really as well a great way of showing how you can make the most out of your cardstock. So I'm going to pop this onto the reverse now, and with my craft knife I'm going to follow that line that we had in our card design. So this is that aperture to hold your card together. So let's just trim all of that away, and that will give you a nice sort of design. You might want to go through that a couple of times. I think my knife is getting a little bit blunt now. I can feel it's gone through. There we go. One more time for good luck. Yeah, it's definitely popped through now. So now you've got that little space. Now this is going to fit on here, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down and then fussy cut out these clouds so they look like they're like 3D on that bottom bit. So you can do this with your craft knife, you could do this with your scissors, however you want to, but we're just going to follow the shape of that cloud across this bottom piece. And I wouldn't have been able to do this if I hadn't have cut this into two pieces, because the clouds that I have left on this would have just been too thin to sort of work with the design that I had. And the clouds on the inside as well that we'd cut away from our aperture would have been too small. So you need to be a little bit tricksy when you're working out how to do this one. And then what we're going to do is we are going to cut that down. Again, we're going to take that to 4 3/4, and I am then going to stick this just at the bottom section, and to make sure I get it right, I'll put my tape directly onto here, so you know you're still going to have that little panel that lifts up, but you're going to be hiding where you've stuck this to. So just laying that onto here, make sure you've got that nice equal edge all the way around, and then when we bring this up, this panel will just tuck into our clouds. There we go, that we have created on there. So let's dress this panel up now. We're going to use that Mirri again, and we're also going to use a trimmy insert pad, which I think we did have available on the website, and we've had a lot of them remanufactured recently.
Yeah.
So there's loads of designs that we've been out of stock of for a really long time that are now going to work. So I've just trimmed that down, so I've got that equal white spacing around the whole edge, and this is 3.5 by 5.5. So let's trim this down to, we want that white, that nice sort of equal edge, the same that we've got further down. So we'll do 5 1/4. Let's double check that. Yes, I've got it right. And then we just need to think of what sentiment to use, because we've got loads available. So these ones are back in stock. These are our congratulations ones. Welcome to the world would be quite nice, because we've got the clouds on there. Then we've got birthday ones. We did a birthday one before, so I think I'm going to stay away from that one. I like this one up here. I hope this card will brighten your day and help you feel better in every way.
Yeah.
I think that works really nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think the silver's going to work nice as well with the designs we've got in here. Now, the one thing we need to work out is where we need to cut this to. So I think if I follow the 4 by 3 cut lines on here, I will get to the correct measurements in width for this card, and then I can work out my edges. So if I trim that down to this measurement here, and I can't remember which one this is because we've sort of taken those all off there. Let's just pop this on back on with eye and we'll see where we need to get to. It's very fluffy.
It's a little fluffy. Do you need some new blades?
I think so.
Do we have the blades?
Yeah, they're still in stock.
Yeah.
They are still in stock. I think they're on a crazy offer as well. They might be like half price.
Oh.
Let me go back in and just take another quarter off each side. It's always better to go and take off and remove and remove and remove, because there's nothing worse than coming to this and you've taken too much off and then you have to take it away again. So we'll just trim this down here, and I'll do the same on this side. So just taking off all of those fluffy edges. You just want to follow the line of your... I've made that a right mess now.
It doesn't look like it.
Gone. Very, very wonky. Let's do it that way around. I think it's because on your, when you're cutting it with the trimmer, you're cutting the opposite way around. So when you put your blade in, it sort of pushes the cards that way. So that's why you see them more than if you do it the opposite way around. So you can always just go back in and do it that way around again, and it will get rid of those. Right, foam pads on this one. And I'm going to go in with the middle section. We're going to pop this onto our gorgeous cloud design again. This is a very, very cool piece of Mirri. The design in that one is very magnificent. And then I'm going to place this onto my blue, and then my blue is going to go onto my card. So popping that off here. That can go on there, and then again this one will go on here. So just need to make sure that I'm sticking this nice and straight, so you've got that equal white edge the whole way around, and it's just going to bring in that white a little bit more that we've got on there as well. And then let's just stick this into that aperture that we have created, and then there you go.
Oh, I absolutely love that.
It looks really, really cool when you see the whole finished sort of design.
I just like the
Mirri's just very, the clouds make this card, don't they?
Oh, fabulous.
This is very cool. It's going to make anyone feel 100 times better receiving a card made with this Mirri.
So, talking about fabulous shaped cards, we do have an offer on our shaped cards. So I thought, rather than taking them all out of the packaging, because you can't see them, we've got some cards instead.
Nice.
So they're all buy one get one free. You can head over to the website. It will say 12 Days of Christmas on the top. You click into there and then you will find them. But yes, all buy one get one free. I think they start from $3.99. Yeah, all $3.99. Fabulous. So let's have a look at some of the designs, because I think that's what really sells each of the ones. But I thought, should I be sneaky, because I don't know all the names, and say, Natalie, shall we play a game? What is this?
I think that's your ornate stepper.
Oh, see, she knows it.
I don't know all of them. I know that one.
Look how pretty that is. Again, so fancy, but look at the edges as well.
It looks really good, doesn't it?
Amazing. Then we've got another one here, so you can pull that out there.
I think this one's just a diamond fold.
A diamond fold? Yep.
There we go.
Oh, there we
I
go.
was incorrect.
See, now the game is on. Right, Natalie.
1-0.
Look at this. It's got all the little...
How cool is that one?
That.
I love how this is showing you how it's used with so many different types of product as well. I think this one is your triple Z fold. Zigzag.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Could you do it either way, or would it not? No, it wouldn't stand.
No.
No. Okay.
You might be able to do it if you stuck it to an A5 card. You might be able to do it tenfold and have it like steppers. That would look quite cool.
Oh, I don't even feel like I've seen this one on the website.
This one's very cool. This is your heart fold.
Oh, look how amazing that is. You could put a little secret message in there.
I know, it would be really nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
A little pop-up flower as well you could stick in there.
Yeah. Here we've got another one. I know this one. This is the diamond fold.
That one. See?
Amazing.
I love that you can use this one that way around, and you can use it the other way around as well if you wish to.
Oh, like this?
No, like fully fold it as in like this way over.
No, I can't break
Okay.
it. I can't show you that, unfortunately. There we go. I love these ones as well. And then perfect for writing something in the middle.
Really nice design if you're doing fancy wedding invites.
Oh, amazing. They would be perfect. And they're already all scalloped down the side. So that extra bit of details there for you. And we can see.
Super pretty.
Just adding a little bit of ribbon. How fancy is that? Got another cute little one here. Look at this.
I'm going to say Cat made this.
This is a cat card, isn't it?
It is a cat card.
I feel like we might need this for a few people get well.
I know. Send it around the office.
I know. I've got this really striking butterfly here.
This is another cat card as well. This actually uses 2 of the cards. If you fold it over, it's an easel.
Oh, yes it is. Oh, of course. There we go.
It's magical though.
It's beautiful. Then this one, I really like this one.
Oh, this is fun.
Really fun. And then you can decorate that whatever way you want. Get your pens out, pencils, your dies.
You could use fancy coloured paper for all of your different icings, make it really funky.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love the teacup. The teacup's a great one.
And as well, if you were hosting like a Macmillan coffee morning,
yes,
little invite there, how cute would that be?
I absolutely love those.
Or a little like birthday party for a little girl.
Tea party.
Little tea party. And then we've got this fancy house here.
I love that house.
Oh, amazing.
It's awesome,
Oh,
isn't
this
it?
is a nat card.
I remember colouring this in.
You could also use this though for Christmas cards. You could add, like, if you was colouring it in.
I was just thinking we've got the little wreath as well.
Oh yeah.
You could put
little wreath on the door.
glitter on the steps to make it look like snow.
Oh yeah, and on the windowsills.
That would look so cool.
Put some pretty lights on. Oh, I think we've got a light die as well, haven't we?
Yes.
Light work.
Yeah.
Put some lights around the top. Oh, I'm just impressed with my own idea there. And then we've got this little handbag as well.
Very, very cute.
So cute. So you can see, I feel like that just shows you more what you can do with our shape card
100%.
blanks. If you get them in just in the white pack with the envelopes, you can just be slightly overwhelmed with what you can do, but there's so many ideas. These cards will all be on the website as well, so you can have a see what you can do with them. So they're buy one get one free, and I think yes, we've got another buy one get one free moonstone nesting die. So these are all on the website. You can choose from our $14.99 ones and our $19.99 ones, but I'll just flick through these so you can see. Again, essentials to have in your stash. And what's handy, we've got a card model on the front of each die set as well.
Stars would look really good with that first design that I used.
Oh yeah,
That galaxy sort of design.
Yeah.
That would look awesome.
And the hearts as well. They would look nice in in the swirly pattern.
I was just thinking that. This is the one that has all of the sort of like feathers on.
Yeah.
Like a paisley design.
Oh, definitely. Diamonds as well.
That's a good style that you could use with all the different patterns we've got in this collection.
And then some just of this essential shapes that you need in your stash. We've got the church window.
I love that card.
So many to choose from.
There's loads. There's absolutely loads.
I know, and there's more than
more.
I've got in my hand.
Oh, definitely more. Definitely.
Like 50, I want to say 54.
Oh my.
54 to choose from. Wowzers. It's a great time to stock up though.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if you're like me when it comes to Christmas shopping and there's a buy one get one free deal, I'm like, well, that means there's one for me.
Yes.
And there's one for my friend.
Buy one for someone else.
Absolutely.
Buy one for yourself.
So they're buy one get one free as well. And we also have our Mirri card mega buys. Now the gold one I think has gone out of stock, but we have plenty. Stock is being added, so this will be back on the website ASAP. So they are £14.99. This is the best ever deal we've done on these mega buys.
Best ever price ever.
80 sheets in each one. We've got gold, silver and rainbow. And they are just quite weighty, aren't they? They're quite big. Perfect.
Great time to stock up though. Get ready for the new year.
I know. New year, new launches, new crafting. So much coming up. Yes, £14.99. Best ever deal. amazing to add them into your stash. So that's, I think, what's happened over the weekend with our 12 days of Christmas. And of course we've got our fabulous colour party. So if you joined us late, just let me flick through those beautiful designs again before we head back over to Natalie. So this is brand new, launching today. It's £19.99, but if you're a club member or diamond member, sign in and get a little bit more money off. So, oh, this one, I love this one.
I do like that one.
And so Natalie
I like them all.
Used this one on her second demo. And then we've got those beautiful feathers here. And this one's quite inky. I feel like it would be a nice background if you was to get your stamps out. Would look great. Oh, Lisa, which one's your favourite?
Probably the clouds.
The clouds, yeah.
It's just so fun, isn't it?
And there we go, that one as well. So grab that today. And let's head back over to Natalie for the last demo of the day.
Okay, so we're going to layer up some of these gorgeous designs now. So I've got the feathers. I've got the gorgeous sort of paisley design. We're going to bring those flowers in as well. And then Kelly's favourite, this beautiful one here. So let's trim, we're going to do a 6x6 card. I definitely want to use this as the background, I think. So I'm going to trim it from, see, I want to get as many colours as possible. This is where it's always a little bit challenging sometimes. I'm going to go from the top corner here, and I'm going to take it slightly below the 6, because we're going to matte and layer this onto some black just to be able to get lots of different colour combinations in here. So adding this onto like a black layer is really just going to make those colours pop, and the bigger your layers are, let's just take an extra sort of notch off here. So we'll take it 3 below, and that little added extra will give you a little bit more black, which really just pulls in all of the colours. If you've got anything that's super colourful, adding a little touch of black mirri is always a great way to go. So then I'm going to do a panel which is 3.5, and we are going to take that down to 5, or 5 and let's do it 5 3/4, and then we need to do this panel the same. So 3.5, and I'll just go 3 notches below that by 6, and I did 5 3/4, didn't I? So just above the 5 there. I want to, let's just trim a bit off this top section, just because I'm trying to get as much of these fantastic swirly designs into here as possible. So we've got that one on there now, so that's going to layer up onto here, and then this is going to fit onto there. So we've got a nice sort of mix of patterns coming through now. Then I am going to do this one, and I think I'm going to focus on like the darker edges on here. So we're going to do this at 2 and just bring a little strip of this in. So let's do that 2 by just under 5.5, and then my black can be 5.5, and we'll just go 3 over the 2 for that one, which is perfect. That fits gorgeously on there. It was like it was meant to be. So that I'm going to pop across my card on here, and then I'm going to do what everyone else has done. I'm going to fussy cut out some of these gorgeous flowers. So let's cut out, I think I'm going to go with these really bright ones here, and I'm just going to do a little square of this. So I'm going to do a little 3 by 3 square, I think, of this design here, which is just fantastic. Let me see what I've got in my leftovers of this. I think I can do, let's just trim this to what we can square, and then we'll figure out what we need to do with this one, because that can go on there like that. So what was this one at? Let's go to 2.5, just so I can get the most out of my mirri. I can cut into another sheet, but there's no reason why we need to do that when we can just trim it down ever so slightly to bring this design in. So this is kind of my layout so far.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to pop my flowers on there. So let's stick this down before we cut out those flowers. So I'm going to go in with tape on all of my Mirri, and then we will come back to our adorable scoreable layers, because I'm going to work out some dimensions, and maybe we'll have some bits on with foam pads, some bits on with just tape, just to give it a great look and to bring out all of those different patterns as well. So we'll put all these onto our black Mirri, black adorable scoreable, sorry. You could use black Mirri if you've got it too. This would work really, really nicely to get that extra shine, but I think there's something about the mix of different products here. So using your adorable scoreable as your mats and layers instead of it being Mirri, it just allows it to, it kind of does the opposite effect of when we use Mirri with our adorable scoreable. So second panel done, third panel done. Let's do our last one. And that's going to fit on here. And then while we've got it, I'll pop this onto my card blank straight away. So let's grab this one. I think we can apply that. Let's go with that in the bottom corner. So we'll do it as if we were going to open it out normally. So that's going to go on there. I think this one should be foam pads. So I'll put some large rectangles on here. So we'll pop that on that edge there. This I'm going to have going just across here, so I'll just add my foam pads to this side, and then I think the rest needs to be a little bit of tape just to make sure that sticks, and then our last square we're going to stick on with foam pads. Again, this is another great card which could be any type of sentiment. It's just a really cool sort of layout that you could pick, and then this one will stick up here, so it sort of goes on that edge. Foam pads, so on here and on the bottom of there with your foam pads.
It's so nice that all the patterns just work together,
isn't it? It's just such a match. And I think it's only when you really focus on the card that you're going to be able to see all of the different colours and patterns that we've actually used together.
Yeah.
So let's get fussy cutting with this one now.
Oh, you're going to fussy cut some
flowers. I'm actually going to use my scissors just to get around these little yellow ones here. So let's just cut these out. And I think, depending on what you're cutting, sometimes your scissors do work better than your craft knife. I think for me, I much prefer cutting Mirri with my scissors because you get a much nicer finish. I think sometimes your craft knife and Mirri can often damage sort of the edges, so you'll get like an obvious cut line, whereas if we use your scissors, you don't get that sort of effect. So just following this pattern on these two little flowers here, I'm going to place this on, and then I'm going to find a little sentiment to go with this. I'm sure I'll be able to do that. So just going around on the edges of here, and then we'll use our embossing tools just to lift some of these petals up so that you get a gorgeous sort of finish. So I'm going to go in with my knife just because it would really bother me if I didn't trim that a little bit out. So popping that out, There you go.
I didn't even know.
And no one would have noticed it. No one would have noticed
yeah.
it. It was just me. And then I'm going to get my ball tool and I'm just going to place a little bit of pressure onto the centre of that flower. It will just allow those petals to sort of come up, and then the same on this one. And then once you've got that, you can sort of bend those other flowers if you want to in that way. That's going to fit on there. So we'll add that on with some foam pads. We can go in with our smaller squares for this and just place them in that sort of corner, sort of centre of our flowers, so they will stick down.
Are you going to put any gems in?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
yes, I am. I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to match the blue in the centre of my flowers.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to go in with my blue gemstones on here. And then while we've got these flowers out, these gems out, sorry, I'm going to add 3 of my tiny little blues. They're not tiny actually, I've used the medium sized ones. Medium gems on here. And then I'm going to switch out, should I switch out the blue or should I stay with that one? I'm going to use, I've got another 3, so I'll go in with on here with this blue. We're going a bit gemstone crazy now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to add 3 to like every panel that we've got on here, so I'm going to go with our larger ones in this corner here. And I think I'm going to leave the the last panel that we've got. So we've got that, and the gems, having the gemstones on each panel allows you to be able to break up the different designs that you've got within that. And then let's see if we've got. See, this is going to work really nicely. Your sentiment strip pad. I'm just looking at our 2023 sentiments. Time to Celebrate is definitely a great one to have on here. Congratulations. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, this is going to look nice. I like this one actually because it kind of has that really fun shape to it.
Yeah, that goes.
So I'm going to go with Mum in a Million, and we'll just go in with a foam pad just so that stands off the edge there. If you have your Mirri sentiments as well, they would look really, really good because of course your Mirri colours will shine through on the designs that you have chosen. And then there you go, your last card of the day.
Oh, I love it. Lots of comments already coming through for this. I think Jennifer just put wow in capital letters.
Well, thank you.
I know, nice. Love it, thank you so much. So 3 amazing demos today. You've seen 3 times what Natalie's done with our Mirri card Megabyte. I might have just gone out of stock, but do not worry, it is back in stock. There is more being added to that as we speak. So that's it from us today, but if you need your hobby maker fix, Rebecca is there tomorrow from 1 PM with last minute Christmas presents, 3 PM for a beginner's guide to card making, and 4 PM with all things Prism. And then, oh, you're back tomorrow. You're here for our last day of Christmas. Do you know what they are?
I don't.
Oh, it's a good one.
I don't know what it is. I'm excited though.
Yes. So the last day, 12 days of Christmas, will be tomorrow with Natalie and Rachel. But that's everything from us, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.